All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the NADota Elite League. My name is Maut. Thank you for joining me, guys. With me tonight is my co-caster, NYJohn. How are you, John?
I'm much better now that Demarius Thomas got a touchdown and stopped being a lark.
Hallelujah.
So I'm really happy with how things are going right now in Dota and football, which are the only two sports that matter in the fall season, of course, until eventually hockey comes. But, you know, me being an Islanders fan, you being a Buffalo fan, there's not much to watch there.
Yeah, well, wow, I just got really depressed in the span of about 5 seconds, so thanks for that, John. Really great stuff.
I'm all about the swings, or ups and downs, ebbs and flow. We do see some of the bands coming out here. Abaddon is, like, everyone's high on this dude right now.
Hold on a second. Hold on a second, all right? There's no swings for Buffalo, okay? The Islanders have won, like, 4 straight championships way back in the day. Buffalo lost 4 Super Bowls, all right? There's no swings there. It's just all negativity.
You know... They have Vanek, and he's Austrian, and I'm Austrian, so that's badass.
He's leaving this year, so there's that.
Well, you still got one more year of him. You just gotta enjoy it. Oh, let's get to the game because
okay, we'll get to the game.
Buffalo and everything about Buffalo is a really depressing topic.
It's true.
Except maybe EJ Manuel will be a stud this year. I mean, if Ryan Fitzpatrick can throw touchdowns, EJ Manuel should be able to.
That's true. But enough about football. We got Dota to watch right now. Welcome to the NADota Elite League. We had an inauspicious first start here. Of course, my microphone was going crazy. It was like a 16-minute game as well. But jumping into the second game real quick, on the Dire side, we have Peter Pandam captaining it up. We've got Czar, Bleak, Bulba, and Pandago on the same team as well. Looking on the Radiant side, we have Mason, Liquid IX Mike 88, KZZ, Chicken MC, formerly of NYI fame, and Dota the 2 rounding out the lineup here. And your thoughts on the first couple of picks here, John?
I think it's pretty standard. Nyx Assassin is really good. Naga Siren is really annoying, and Visage is amazing support hero. Weaver we see pretty frequently. I mean, I'm more interested in the players because I didn't get to see. Did you run through them while I wasn't listening?
Yeah, I think I did. I'll do it again.
I like this mix. No, you don't have to do it again. So we got a lot of famed NA players here. Less probably, you know, worldwide known players, but a lot of NA talent, and Mason always puts on a good show. A lot of trash talk guaranteed to be included since we have Mason and KZZ on one team. And this looks exciting. I'm happy to see these teams. It's such a nice selection of players in these past 2 games already.
It is a wide variety, honestly.
Reserve time.
Yeah.
You're getting just about everybody. I mean, I'm surprised that this was a CL, by the way, so I'm surprised that whoever was the captain on the Radiant side decided to go ahead and pick up Chicken MC. You know, not that Chicken MC is, you know, bad. He played to great lengths on NYI, but with this collection of players, I feel like they're all really good, including Czar and Pandago to a certain extent. A lot of people would put them as sub players here, but honestly, I think they're honestly really good. They can play with the rest of them, including Bulba. That's why they're on that team. So we'll see what happens. And Czar, by the way, I believe... I'll throw up my little graphic that I've got for you guys here. Czar finished first, I believe, in the IXDL finals. We'll go ahead and throw that graphic up. Boom! Hashtag production value, hashtag get at me, or something.
10 seconds
and, yeah, it looks great. Jumping back to the game. Boom.
There it is.
And the bands. Clockwork. Getting banned out real quick. Band number 4 coming out from the Radiant side. Templar, Assassin, no Arteezy in this game, however. So, not really worrisome there. And in fact, I mean, the fact that they picked Templar Assassin in that previous game was interesting in the first place. We talked about that a little bit of a discussion. And Bane's getting picked up again. So similar lineups right now. Obviously the Naga Siren, Nyx Assassin wasn't seen in the previous game. Bounty Hunter coming out. I think that's a good pick for the Dire.
Radiant team.
Yeah, Bounty Hunter is a really good pick against Weaver, of course, for obvious reasons. He's also going to give you a viable offlaner that can roam pretty hard because you're up against a Nyx Assassin. Nyx Assassin is for map control. Spirit Breaker's for map control too. And Bounty Hunter kind of gives you a little bit of an edge back. And you also have the Naga Siren, which makes him relatively safe. Gyrocopter's going to combo up with that. So there's some synergy in these lineups. But I like this Spirit Breaker pick a lot because the Nyx Assassin, of course, is going to find a target out. Spirit Breaker follow up. Weaver's a mobile hero. He can get in on that action, and they can really get some good ganks going here. I'm curious to see if it's going to be a support breaker, or it looks like they're going to put farm on him.
Yeah.
By every indication.
Yeah. I think they have to. I honestly don't know where they're going to put him in terms of laning. They can maybe put him in the off lane. They can maybe put Weaver solo safe lane, something like that. They could throw a Spirit Breaker in mid, honestly. He's a hero that's really versatile. We've seen him have some success, but he's not quite there yet, I think, in the scene. And by all accounts, he's one of the most annoying fucking heroes to play against in matchmaking. At least in my opinion, when you, like... I had a game the other day, played against him and Io
Reserve
and like
time.
another global hero that was really annoying. I can't remember what it was, but it made me want to just like tear my eyes out. Capitalist was there; he can vouch for that. Really great game, just really soul crushing, excellent stuff.
Sounds exciting. I mean, I'm sad I wasn't a part of that game. JK, of course. But, you know, they do have a lot of mobility. You bring up a good point. We'll see what they go with this 5th hero. It's going to be a Rubik, so there's a whole lot of supports. Nyx might make his way to mid or a solo.
Yeah.
And it's probably the most likely option. Nyx against Naga's a pretty mana-intensive hero, so the mana burns could end up being pretty effective in the middle of the fights, taking away either a net or maybe even a song in some cases. Gyrocopter, if you get up on him, of course, Rocket Barrage is going to hurt Spirit Breaker pretty badly, but if the follow-up's there soon enough, you can really ruin that guy's game.
10 seconds
So
remaining.
I do like the Spirit Breaker against him in some instances. We'll see what this 5th pick is here. They're looking for a middle. Probably. I don't think we have seen Nagasara middle for a long time. So we're probably going to see something. Oh!
I like that. Oh, I definitely like that. That's exciting.
Instant pick.
I was going to say I liked the Radiance team more because they had a little bit more lockdown, especially with the Spirit Breaker and with IX Mike playing it. It looks like they might be putting him as a support role, kind of, which is weird. They've got that Greater Bash, which I think does go through the BKB, the Magic Community, whatever. So they've got a little bit more of a disable on the Radiant side. But at the same time, with that Elder Titan pickup, I'm pretty excited to see what's going to happen here. So, we'll see what happens.
Hold on, even better news. Chat just alerted me that Demarius Thomas scored another touchdown. We're doing it, guys.
Yes, 2 touchdowns. My fantasy team is alive. Thank you,
I have 31 points from him right now. I don't even need anyone else to play this week.
That's right. We're
Everyone
done.
else just sit down.
Just bench everybody. We're done.
I know.
But
What the hell?
enough about
So-
football.
Yeah, I know. This is going to be a problem because football, you know, it's pretty important, but we can do both at the same time.
Yes.
Thank you, chat, for that update. Any more Demarius Thomas updates are going to be required from you as well.
Wait, what if they're trolling you? Did you ever think
No,
about
I
that?
checked.
Oh, did you? You
Yeah.
didn't believe them at
I
first?
verified. Whoa. Don't try to
Take
make me
that,
into a
chat.
bad guy here.
Take that. All right, on the Radiant side, getting in some introductions. I've been following KZZ with my camera for the past 5 minutes. He's going to be on the Nyx Assassin
30
heading top.
seconds
Mid
to
lane,
battle.
Mason on the Weaver. Down in that bottom lane, we'll have Liquid IX Mike on the support breaker. We'll see Dota the 2 up on a Rubik. And this time around, Chicken MC going to be playing the Bane on the Dire side. Why don't you go ahead and introduce that yourself, John?
Dire side, we're going to look at Zar playing Zar, excuse me, as I try and pronounce it the wrong way. Playing the Bounty Hunter, we have Elder Titan being played by Bulba. Ghetto Superstar, who maybe is PPD on Nagasaran.
It
Did
is,
you
yes.
confirm?
Mhm,
Yeah,
confirmed.
and Pandago on Visage, and of course Bleak playing the Gyrocopter.
That's right. So we're going to jump into the game real quick. Looks like it's going to be try versus try. Always great action, and this happens more often than not in IXDL. They're just kind of bored of playing, you know, try versus solo lane or try versus pretty much no lane. I think they want as much action as possible, and that's all right with me. But already looking at it, Nagasiren's going to come through, skill up that Riptide first, make sure they have plenty of damage and armor reduction as well. This is going to roam on through, probably going to steal that Soul Assumption first, I would imagine. And here comes Bleak as well on that Gyrocopter, going with the Rocket Barrage. Now the problem with this is that they skilled no disables. If they had that Nagasiren and Snare at level 1, I'd say that might be okay. Whereas, it's difficult, I think. They're going to have lockdown with the Spirit Breaker or with Chicken MC or with Rubik. They have, of course, Nightmare and Telekinesis. So they already have the lockdown. And we'll see some nice aggressive warding with that Sentry Ward here. And it's just in range to counter that Observer Ward, I believe. No? I guess it's not. Pandago is, like, looking right at it, and he can't kill it? I'm not sure.
Just to answer a question for chat, Bleak is a player who used to play on Absolute Legends. He's also OG Han player, I believe, and well, actually Dota All Stars back in the day too.
Mm-hmm.
So he's been around for a long time. Really good player, of course, and he was at the International 2,
Yes.
maybe.
Yes.
Yeah.
You're
So
correct.
he's definitely top talent. He just hasn't played as much over the last year, but it's good to see him getting back into the mix. And you were mentioning this bottom tri-lane, how there's probably an advantage for the Radiant. I just love defensive tri-lanes having a Rubik because that positioning battle, being able to toss someone back and just get extra hits on them is really nice. Looking at the other lanes, top lane's interesting matchup. Bounty Hunter versus Nyx Assassin. Bounty Hunter should do pretty well up here, but KZZ is not known to lose many 1v1s.
Yeah,
so,
I mean, he's right up there, and I think in terms of debates with about who's the best mid NA, RTZ's often talked about a lot, but KZZ, a lot of people forget about him. He's a top-tier talent. Sar, he's got plenty of mana to throw a Shoot and Toss out or Shadow Walk. And but we'll see if KZZ can get some mana back. Maybe look for an Impale. Maybe to look to go on Czar right now. Just trying to right-click, but I don't know if he can win this battle right now. But we'll check back there in a minute. Looking at the bottom lane once again. Chicken MC looking to try to pull or something, get something going right now. They're not getting a whole lot of experience. They're not getting a whole lot of last hits. As you can see, the Gyrocopter sitting in the lead with 11 last hits. In the mid lane right now, Elder Titan leading the way with 13. Up against Mason, which is surprising. He's going to throw up again. That's Spirit, the Astral Spirit, doing some decent damage early on against a very squishy Weaver.
Yeah, they can't find the sentry right here. It's actually in vision of their sentry. They just haven't looked into the trees quite yet. So that's a little bit of an annoyance for them not having to pull, since Mike does have the Quelling Blade on his carry breaker. But it's not the end of the world, since the lane is still staying pretty well in their favor.
Wow, KZZ going ahead and flaming already. I mean, this is not a surprise. Czar's just going to give him a little flame right back. We're just saying hi, but Peter Pandam, I guess, is not really a fan of it. Or is, I'm not sure. Czar backing off. He's got boots already. KZZ sitting on boots as well, has 620 gold down in that bottom lane. Still no action yet. It's been 3 minutes, and I'm surprised we haven't seen a kill yet, but you know, that could change very rapidly. Another sentry ward being used here already. That's going to counter this ward coming out. Peter Panda and making sure they have complete control over this jungle, including ward camps, or excuse me, pole camps, and just vision in general. Mid lane right now, Mason back at full health. He's only down 2 last hits to Bulba, now 3, but Shikuchi going through and the right clicks as well, so they're exchanging some decent damage, and Bulba getting an Astral Spirit damage hit on Mason, and that takes away pretty much half of his health.
Yeah, this is an interesting lane matchup because Titan, you know, his auto attack damage goes through the roof when he gets off one of his spirits and gets a couple of hits on it, but how are you going to auto attack a Weaver? Mason 8-1 there, and it ticked him 120 damage.
Czar
now he's going to eat another. Yeah.
Looking for the kill on top. He was actually diving KZZ, but it's not going to happen. Now down to that bottom lane. Here comes the charge out from Liquid Ix. Mike is going to look for a kill, but the Rocket Barrage coming back through as well. There's going to be the usage of that Rubik. No.
Close call.
No, just Grave Chill on Chicken MC. The Soul Assumption doing some damage. Liquid Ix. Mike surviving, just barely. And so, no harm done on either side. Now roaming through. Bulba looking for a kill on KZZ top. He's going to scout it out. He's got the Spike Carapace. There's the Astral Spirit. He's going to get stunned. Maybe no. Not hitting him while he's used that Spike Carapace. The Shuriken Toss. There's the first blood going for Czar. Nice roam and gank coming from Bulba. Czar will get the kill. That's first blood. That's going to get him to level 6. He's got track now. Now he can start roaming. And Purple drawing all sorts of lines on the minimap. KZZ obviously frustrated.
Yeah, you can't really call someone out and then die like that. So KZZ's going to have to come back in a big way. But, I mean, I expect big things out of him in this game later on. That was Bulba with good movement. You could see him circling up Mason, probably blaming him for that because Weaver wasn't very mobile with that. It's kind of hard to lose runes as a Weaver against an Elder Titan. You have a lot more mobility. So Mason probably just didn't care enough or checked the wrong spot because they have vision. So not really sure why that didn't go in his favor. But back to the top lane, you can see with this level advantage now, it's 2 levels up for Czar, so Czar's able to bully KZZ a little bit out of the lane. But KZZ with the bottle may try and crow this back and forth a couple times if he gets a chance. But other than that, he's going to be at a disadvantage just based off levels. And I think Bounty Hunter probably has a better matchup outside of that as well. So that could have been the reason why he initiated the trash talk. Yeah, because he's doing pretty well. I mean, they're matched in CS still.
Well, we missed a kill completely going for Mason as he gets one on Bulba, who is a little bit low, using his Shikuchi. That's max level Shikuchi, by the way. You're absolutely right. I think that Nyx Assassin has a kind of a bad time, but speaking of that, Czar actually very low. KZZ with that bottle, able to regen quickly, and I think they just wanted to get a quick level 6 on this Nyx Assassin so he can Vendetta, so he can promote ganking as well, because they have a rather global team with the Weaver, with, of course, the Spirit Breaker as well, who was charging in, and PPD actually called him out as he was charging, and Liquid Ix Mike stopped right as that happened. Double damage is going to go for the Naga Siren. Maybe going to look for a kill down in this bottom lane now that they have 4 heroes here.
Oh, man. Czar's playing really risky up top. KZZ almost caught him on a backswing behind the tower, but bottom lane's going to go down.
Yeah, we're going to see Grave Chill on Ix Mike. There's going to be Astral and the Spirit as well. Not using that sleep. There's the Soul Assumption to go to the 2. In some trouble right now. The Rocket Barrage not getting the kill. Fleet's going to die for this. Rubik isn't going to go down just yet. The Soul Assumption. Ix Mike in some trouble right now. They will grab the kill on Rubik. And a double kill going for Bulba with the Astral Spirit. And the right click damage. Nicely done. 3 down, actually, as someone else went down in that fight. Actually, it was, of course, the Bane going down very early on. I didn't catch that kill. Looks like, yeah, actually, Bulba grabbing that one very early on. So very squishy heroes. They will TP back in. Mason looking for a kill on Pandago. There's the Shikuchi going through. He is alone right now. He does have His time-lapse is going to use it, get back to the tower. Now he's going to go back in. He wants that kill on Pandago. He's going to grab it with the Swarm and with the Shikuchi. But now here's 3 heroes. They want to go and force onto this tower. Mason's still here alone. The Shikuchi going through again. They've got no vision. They have no... Mason going right back on Bleak. That might be the end of the engagement. No, Mason still wants to go right now. He's looking for maybe the Naga Siren, who's got no mana. Maybe going to use that wand. Here comes Bulba, the Ensnare as well. There's no time lapse right now. The Rocket Barrage. Mason in some trouble. He got a little too greedy there. And PPD with the single question mark.
Mason ain't no infinity right now.
No.
And top lane, NYJohn's just going to go ahead and do the swap. He's got a lot of dust. You know, just in case he burns through those cooldowns, he's stacked. So he's ready. That's pretty much all he spent money on. He does have an urn as well. So his farm not going too well in that bottom lane because it was chaotic.
He's got no boots and no treads.
But he's got dust. That's what matters. And he's got, you know, he's got 1 level in speed aura and a charge, so he's a relatively fast person.
I mean, it can all turn around, and trust me, it will if he can get the farm, if he can get some room, if he can get some kills as well. But it's going to be tough. It's going to be an uphill climb. KZZ's at level 6. He just used Vendetta to maybe try to grab a kill. Didn't work out for him. He is going to grab that haste rune and maybe head to the mid lane looking for a kill on Bulba, who is sitting at level 7, who's skilled everything but his ultimate. He's got 3 points in Astral Spirit, or 4 points in Astral Spirit, 3 points in a Natural Order, which is nice, but at the same time, his ultimate can do some damage as well. It can set up some nice kills, but he decides against it. Now Zar, roaming on the bottom lane. Chicken MC, you are caught out, my friend. There's the track. Sugar Toss might come. There it goes, and he will go down. Zar with the right clicks. Nightmare going. Pandago steals from the Rocket Barrage. Was not able to grab that kill for Bleak, but still a track kill going their way. Easy for them. And now the Courier in the jungle. It's going to sit here as we see some warding, or excuse me, jungling from KZZ and Dota 2. But while this is happening, the bottom tower is gone.
Yeah, this is looking a little rough for the Radiant team. You can just look at the level graphs, and you can see 4 and 3 for Chicken MC and Dota 2. So they are definitely falling behind here. You get those big level 6s in soon for the Dire side, including the Gargoyles as well as the Sleep, and it's going to get ugly for those low-level supports. It already is, but it's going to get worse. Yeah. And not to mention the fact that Elder Titan, if he gets like 3 people with his Astral Spirit, he's dealing a whole lot of auto attack damage, which is oftentimes underrated for him. So you got to watch out for a whole lot of things. We see Bleak's getting charged in top lane.
My goodness. Bleak maybe it's trouble right now. There comes the ultimate from Liquid Ix Mike. Can they grab this kill? The Vendetta, the Impale. It's going to go. KZZ grabbing that one. Ix Mike with the Nether Strike helping out, but now roaming through Zara, maybe looking for a pick-off, looking for something. As the rest of his team roams up there, they're not going to grab a kill unless Ix Mike stays, which, I mean, he's sitting here for a while. He doesn't have his charge for 12 seconds. Now, here comes Bulba with the Astral Spirit. He doesn't have sleep, by the way. KZZ with the haste. There's going to be a spike carapace. He needs a stun. It's going to hit on 2. KZZ with a great stun. The TP rotation, the urn as well. He's still tracked up on Ix Mike. Chicken MC's roaming through as well. He's only level 4. No Fiend's Grip just yet. And as well, Mason coming through. And they have no vision of this, but Mason's just going to sit here at the top rune spot. He wants it. It's not going to grab it. It's going to be an illusion bottom. So if he wants it, he'll have to roam down there. And Pandago might try to get there. But of course, Mason with Shikuchi at max, he can just try to get it a little bit quicker. In fact, it will do so. I mean, this is a foot race by all counts. Weaver should win. Grave Chill. I don't know if it's going to matter. Wow, actually, no. Mason took a little too long, and Pandago gets an easy rune there. Now coming through Bulba, the Astral Spirit. Mason getting dusted. Time-lapse as well. Needed to wait for that dust. So Mason will survive. Not getting a rune. Wasting a time-lapse. So that's troublesome.
Yeah, I'm not really sure what Dota 2 is doing. His movement on the Rubik, he kind of backed up a little bit and then decided to try and go help. But if he got there, maybe there was a little bit more options for them. But middle lane, Mason in trouble again. He's going down to the Shuriken toss from Zar. Stun comes in from KZZ. And here comes Mike.
Yeah, Mike's going to charge right in, hit it on 2. Of course, he's going to get stunned in the process. Ix Mike with a whole lot of burst damage. He's going to go down. Double kill for Zar. Oh. Mason calls GG. At 11 minutes into the game, it's 3-8.
Not like this.
Not like this, please. Not like this. 2,000 experience lead going for the Dire. 4,000 gold lead as well. It's not over yet, but it might be soon. KZZ in some trouble. The cooldown's flying. He's going to spike Carapace. There goes the cooldown, hitting on 2 right now. KZZ Vendetta up. Dota 2. Maybe in some trouble. Liquid Bulba trying to do some damage. The Soul Subject's going to grab the kill. Here comes Mason looking for the kill on Bulba. Bulba with the wand will survive. Here comes the stop. It is going to miss just barely. Mason back with the time lapse as well. Looking for Bleak right now. The charge coming in from Liquid Ix Mike. Now Soul Assumption going. Some damage. Zara's going to Shadow Walk away. They have no vision right now. And now the charge still flying through. Mason maybe in some trouble. Here comes Ix Mike throwing up the dust right now. He's going to try to go. The Nether Strike doing some damage. Bulba's going to fall down first. He wanted that. There's the song. That's going to trap him in place. Do they have any stuns with this Visage Familiars? They've got one. Can they hit it is the question. There it
Radiant's
goes.
top
Oh,
tower.
just barely mistimed. Ensnare on IX Mike right now. Mason gonna go ahead and Chikuchi. The Astral Spirit doing so much damage. Bobo looking for a chase. He's got a stun, a sleep if you will, but now he's telekinesis. The Rubik's here as well. The Impale. Now Boba in some trouble. Will he survive? The Spike Carapace, the stun as well, and Weaver's gonna grab a kill with Chikuchi and the Gemini attack. The call down. KZZ can't chase too far. He has no Spike Carapace. They wanted to do ensnare him perhaps. Everyone's low on mana. This fight's been going on for about a minute and a half, if not 2 minutes, and finally it looks like they'll back off here.
Yeah, Mason with that Russian GG to start the momentum for the Radiant team. They really needed that to get their
Radiant's top tower is under
stuff
attack.
together. We do see KZZ's going to go ahead and find off a regen run on the bottom. But that last fight was just super chaotic and able to get a couple pickoffs there. The song was a little late, probably could have saved his teammate. IX Mike somehow surviving through that at the end. The main problem right now is that there's not much farm going for any of these heroes on the Radiant side. I mean, you can see Weaver's working towards Treads coming out in a moment, but Gyrocopter is already sitting on 1,600 gold, so he can go for the drums or work towards the BKB if he wants to first. So big options for him. BKB against Spirit Breaker and a Fiend Script from the Bane doesn't seem that good, so probably expect drums into maybe a Manta or something else.
Yeah, I definitely say that's probably likely. I mean, honestly,
Maybe even just straight damage.
Yeah. I really don't need anything else right
Bulba's
now.
getting charged down here.
Getting charged. There's another strike as well. Bulba, the dust is going to go on Zara. The Impale onto 2. Nicely done. They pick up 1 kill, but the rest of the team's here. The Riptide, the Soul Assumption. There goes IX Mike. He's in some trouble. The Spike Carapace and the call down. Doing too much damage. As you can see, Spike Carapace not surviving. Not giving him, of course, the stun that he needs to get out of there. The Swarm flying on Pandago. Mason looking for a kill on the Visage. There's the Grave Chill. Chikuchi maybe. He can time-lapse out as well, but now 2 down on the Radiant side. Mason will focus down another hero. 2 down on the Dire as well. Zara's going to fall to a Fiend's Grip. 3 for 3 trade. Mason's still alive, disjointing that homing missile as well. The Rocket Barrage doing some damage, but not enough. Mason's going to keep chasing right now with that Chikuchi. Can he get more damage? Can they get this kill? He might need to stop this chase here. He wants this kill on Bleak. I don't think it's going to happen. There's a TP coming through. Bulba is back in the fight. The sleep going? No, the time lapse. It is going to happen, and Mason will survive. But a 3 for 3 trade in the end, and I'm not sure if Bulba bought back. I don't think he did. He just has a very quick respawn.
Uh-oh.
No, he did.
Mike's going in hot.
Yeah, you can see him here. He's charging through, but he stops it just a little short.
Yeah, he would have ran into Bulba. But you got to see this damage that Bulba was getting in some of these fights. He's plus 200. He is hitting like a truck, so he's going for full mobility to try and get up there and make the most out of his auto attacks. That's going to be nice on top of the fact they have the track going for them. They have the net as well and Visage slow. So if he can get auto attacks, he's going to rip through a lot of these heroes. We see the steal come out. It's going to steal off the Astral Spirit.
Oh my gosh, that's a lot of damage going. And Rubik, doesn't matter what he stole, he's dead. Chicken MC maybe it's trouble. No, Mason, he's going to get ensnared. He's got no time lapse right now. Chicken MC barely surviving his soul subject. Song of the Siren. They want Chicken MC. They want him dead. And now Bulba, he's going to charge up a stun. He already used it and canceled it. It looks like now another dead. Chicken MC going to fall just so quickly. There's the track onto KZZ. It looks like now KZZ's in some trouble. That was the Urn. There's a nice double impale as well. The Riptide, it's not going to save his life. The double impale, good but not good enough, and he's going to go down. And it's 10 to 16. And despite, you know, Liquid IX Mike's team, the Radiant side, doing well, maybe a couple kills ago, they're starting to fall behind. They did gain some experience back, but now it's dropping just a little bit again, and the gold is sitting at 7,500 deficit.
Yeah, it's an uphill battle for a Sphere Breaker carry. I mean, it certainly doesn't get easier as you go on. He has no farming mechanics at all, which is the big issue with him. It's not as if he's bad late game. Outside of that, it's just he can't keep pace with something like a Gyrocopter. And we're seeing that come into effect now around the 16-minute mark. He's only sitting at 41 CS. And he's not doing too much in these fights just because he has to run into a call down. He's getting tracked and netted occasionally, taking a whole lot of damage just from AoE abilities. We do see Chicken MC is going to go ahead and try and grab this regen rune. Hopefully, yeah, he'll get safely. But it just seems like everything is going in favor of the Dire right now. They can probably get some positioning and pick up a Roshan in a couple minutes here. They're going to go ahead and work on the Ancients first and continue to farm this Gyrocopter. He hasn't bought anything yet, so just sitting on a true 1,200 gold. Yasha wouldn't be too surprising, but I think going for that Demon Edge is probably the better approach.
Yeah, I think you're right at this point. We talked about pure damage early on, and you mentioned AoE damage, and that's something the Dire have in spades. And you're absolutely right about that. They've got the Astral Spirit, they've got the Call Down, Rocket Barrage, Flat Cannon, Riptide, whatever. They've got it. I mean, not that the Radiant side doesn't have it, But I think that they're looking just that much better. On top of that, they've got Track. They've got a Vlad's on a Bounty Hunter who's already doing really well for himself with Track, with the kills. He's sitting at the highest in terms of net worth. And I'm surprised they didn't go for Roche. They have complete vision, except for, of course, this little ward right here, which doesn't give vision of the Roche pit, but it gives some nice defensive vision when you really need it, and it's not going to get counter-warded either. With that being said, this game's still not over. You mentioned how it's an uphill climb, but not done yet.
Yeah, and for what it's worth, you know, Sar got called out. He's 6-1 on Bounty Hunter, sitting pretty. He's having a monster of a game right now. He got the Vlads up for his team, which is really nice of him. It's going to counteract a lot of what the Swarm does in the middle of the team fights by compensating with the armor. So, you know, props to him. He's responding well. Didn't succumb under the pressure, but there's going to be a big fight top lane.
Yeah, here comes the 5-man gang coming out from the Radiant side. There's the call down going through. He's going to miss. Look what Ix might get into trouble in snare KZ. They called him out. Nice spell steal as well. Chicken MC trying to get Bleak down. He's Fiend's Grip. Will he fall is the question. It looks like he'll survive. They have to back off. Rubik grabbing a kill on Bleak. He will grab it in the end. Here comes their split. Gonna grab the kill as Boba on Spirit Breaker. That'll take him down. Riptide. Mason's gonna get tracked up. Timelapse is gonna fly. Meanwhile, PPD's kind of low, but the song, that'll save his life. Now he's looking for a kill on Chicken MC. They're grouping everybody up here, trying to get some things done here. The Astral Spirit's going to roam on through. Chicken MC's going to take that damage. Nice Visage stun. Song was stolen. Excellent. Dota the 2. He's going to TP out right now. Mason's like, well, I'm alone. This sucks. He'll Shikuchi down into the river. Will he make it out alive is the question, and it looks like he will. As they don't see Mason, surprisingly enough. He's looking for PPD. Oh, that was a bait. He threw up that urn. They've got the Sentry Ward on the ground. Now he's looking for a ball. Can he grab it? No! The Astral Spirit, so good. KZZ, it's in trouble. He's going to get tracked up. He's going to go down as well.
Pieces. Oh, no.
Oh, says, I'm right with that.
That was, Mason went from half to 0 in like a one-shot. Pandago with a long-range assumption, just ripping people apart, and it's looking mighty rough right about now. The Radiant team is just falling back, trying to get something going. Dota the 2, master play in that last fight. He did what he could, but the follow-up just isn't there.
That was a fluff Rubik play. Unfortunately, you're right. He kind of just left Mason out to dry. He's just like, all right, I'm leaving. Bye, buddy. And Mason was like, all right, I got away. I'm like down here. No one's finding me. But he got really greedy. He's like, okay, I want Bulba or PPD. PPD was sitting here with like no health. And then he earns up. He's pretty much at half health. Mason tries to go on him. Then he goes on Bulba. He gets the kill on Bulba. And then, like you said, he just got absolutely obliterated. And I think that's half the problem with Weaver nowadays is that he's kind of, I mean, he's a bug, so he's supposed to get squashed, I suppose, as corny as that is, but...
Yeah, I mean, there's points where, like, Weavers use their time-lapse too liberally, or too loose. They don't really save it. Mason may have done that a couple times, but in the last team fight, I mean, he just got netted and blasted. There's not much he can do about that. He's up against an essential counter pick in the Bounty Hunter, and they have really good burst damage from the solo assumption. So I don't think that really is Mason's fault all too much, because he's nothing to fall back on, and Weaver's like a carry that you really like to have a 1-2 punch with. It just isn't there right now.
Oh no, oh Mason, no, Mason, stop. Oh, he time-lapsed it. Why did you time-lapse, Mason? Now you're dead. Yeah. Mason is dead.
It's kind of what I was talking about.
Yeah.
The loose time-lapse.
That is loose if I've ever seen it. I don't know what he was thinking. Ix Mike's going to get ensnared. Calldown's going to go. This is troublesome for the Radiant side. Ix Mike, I don't think you're going to be living very long. There's a Fiend's Grip that's barely saving some lives here. So I actually might go down with the Impale, and will do so. KZZ gets his revenge. After talking all that smack early on, Chicken MC might be in some trouble. Oh, big sleep. Chicken MC taking a lot of damage. The Earth Split. No, he already used it. Just kidding. KZZ going to get earned up. He's going to fall from the Visage Familiars, and the Solo Assumption going to grab that kill. 3 down for 1. And Dire are just running away with this one right now.
Yeah, I'm a little bit surprised, this being an IXTL game, or NEL game, excuse me, that we are still in it, because that last fight was ugly. Here we see a Roshan attempt coming up soon. You see Bounty Hunter already able to buy up a Desolator, so just having that minus armor is going to be huge for him. Jarkarta does opt to go for the BKB. Not sure it's going to matter all too much, really, but Nagasarian, of course, has the Riptide. They're going to have a Desolator now, too. Pandago has a Medallion. The minus armor is stacked. Gyrocopter's going to hit hard. Bounty Hunter's going to get hit hard. It's going to be really rough, and then, of course, we already talked about Elder Titan as base damage, or his damage after Astral. It's through the roof right now, and just the low HP pools on all the heroes on the Radiant. Even Spear Breaker, he's sitting at 1600, but only 8 armor. They're going to rip right through him too, so not much they can do. except for try and weather the storm, get pickoffs.
This is very inadvisable. Mason is looking for a kill. There's the Ensnare on KZZ. They've got that nice usage of the Sentry Ward coming through. There's going to be a charge canceled. Czar taking a lot of that damage. Nice impale. Big stun on the 3, but they're not going to fight this. The Song of the Siren. KZZ might get focused here. Nobody dead yet. Everybody's kind of low on that Dire side. Here comes the stomp. Mason is slept right now. Doesn't have the time lapse. Song stolen again from Dota 2. Oh, there's the time lapse that saves the life of Mason. Song still going. Sleep is gone. Dota 2 might try to get out right now. IX Mike's in the fray here. Pandago's got to back out. Now there's going to be the Nerf Strike. Long range. Double kill, however, going out for Bleak. Dota 2 in some trouble. Buyback coming through from the Weaver. Chicken MC, he's going to fall. Bleak grabbing a triple kill. Dota 2, he's going to fall. 4 down. No. Looks like we see Weaver buying back. He wants him kill. There's going to be a GG call. He's going to get Bleak. However, he has that Aegis, and Mason's going to fall next. And that should be it right now. Despite Dota 2's best efforts and a decent team fight coming out for the Radiant, we see a really well-played game coming from the Dire.
Yeah, give credit to Dota 2. He's probably the least known player in the last 2 games, but this game he played the best on the Radiant team, at least getting the sleeps off. Their laning phase was really rough, though, so it was an uphill battle all along. And Bulba just took control. Elder Titan middle, showing it how it's done. Making big impacts across the map, so props to him on that Elder Titan. Not the easiest hero to play, mind you.
Yeah, definitely not. That is a difficult hero, if there ever was one out there. I mean, well, there's plenty, but at the same time, played it really well. With that being said, guys, that's going to be probably it for tonight. So thanks for joining us. Remember, we're going to have a game every day of the week. That's 7 days a week. We're not going to take off for special occasions. At least I'm not, for weekends, for holidays, whatever. So make sure you stick to twitch.tv/NEODota. That's where all the action is going to be happening. If you want to go ahead and support us, support NADota. Now that's a Freudian slip. NADota's lawsuit from, of course, TPL. And we need some defense money, guys, as there's a lot of flame happening. So please, we can use all of your charity. Obviously, I'm joking. Just go ahead and buy an NEL ticket. Support American Dota. We would really appreciate it. That'd be really great. Go ahead and follow us at twitter.com/NEODota2. My name is Maut. You can follow me at twitter.com/MautDota2. John, where can they find you?
You can find me at NYJohn TV on Twitter. Appreciate the effort and the follows if you would like to. Of course, this is pretty awesome. Thanks for having me. I like to see the high-level play as often as possible. So I really like how this is looking and how it's going.
That's right. So we'll see you guys later. Thanks for joining us. It's been a lot of fun. Make sure you stick around tomorrow for more excellent games from the NADota Elite League. Thanks, guys.